Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while because I'm taking a fall break, but there are some YouTube shorts that are going online. So if you don't see those, be sure to check those out on the YouTube Shorts tab. But there aren't that many items for review, and it's fall break for my kids, so I was taking a little break. But my plan in the next 2 weeks is to finish the next scene on my layout. Now, I already had to tweak this scene by replacing the backdrop with a full-length backdrop so that it matches this new scene, because these backdrops from Trackside Scenery can match up. They're called repeaters, and tracksideScenery.com is where I get them, and I can literally have a seamless type of backdrop the whole way. This next scene is going to be a suburban, kind of rural, outskirts of town scene, and I'm going to show you in a clip right about now what the backdrop is going to look like, because I do not have it flattened out yet. So that is the backdrop, and what I'm going to do is line the area on the far side of the tracks over here with buildings such as these from Woodland Scenics. I know a lot of times my channel seems like a giant Woodland Scenics commercial. It's not. I just find these very easy to use. Got these from trainworld.com. And what I do is, these are already pre-built. I'm really bad at, I haven't done any artistic weathering or anything, so I've got 5 buildings. There's going to be 3 on one side of the street, 2 on the other. We're going to have the road and grade crossing right there where you see the skewers. I've got the Woodland Scenics Just Plug lighting kit. I've got some stuff still in the box from my last layout, such as this auxiliary switch, but it makes it really easy, especially when you're buying the Woodland Scenics structures, because they plug right in. But you just need a transformer for the grade crossing. The grade crossing I'm going to be using is still the MTH grade crossing. The goal of this scene is to be timeless. So these buildings, if you look closely, yes, they're kind of 50s, 60s style buildings. But in like my hometown, you drive past buildings like this with a lot of the artwork sometimes still functional as their original purpose in a lot of cases. And the smaller the town is, the more likely that is, because there's less funds available for just renovating a building just to renovate a building. So you may very well have such things as a general store in that town. And what's good about this scene is with the wooden track ties that I switched over from the concrete ties on other portions of my layout, I can have this scene timeless, somewhat timeless, you know, 50s plus time frame all the way up to modern day, you know, because the train could be rolling through a rural town that has not updated their infrastructure and such. So you see the little LED logo on these structures. That means they've got a plug that can plug straight in and they're lit. So this will be a lit scene at night. You're going to have the grade crossings. You're going to have a lot of things kind of popping off. Now, at the same time, the scene's going to be very simple, because when you think about it, all I'm doing for the base here is I'm going to paint to the left and right gray. Okay, so that's going to be a concrete look. I may do some little details later with a Sharpie or something, cracks and such. And then I'm going to use a Woodlands Scenic road kit that I have here for the main area. So that will be the road. I'm actually going to do it like they do it in the video, not my own adaptation that I've done on other areas. So it'll be a road basically following the instructions of the Woodland Scenics video on how to do that. So it'll be gray, the road will be complete, grade crossing installed, and then just the buildings lined up. We'll have to drill holes for the wiring, hook up the wiring for the grade crossing, the buildings will be good to go. So that gives you an idea of how somewhat simple the scene is. There's still drying time and curing time, so I expect to be able to handle this scene in my free time in the next 1 to 2 weeks. So I'm hoping by mid to late October the scene's complete, because I want to take advantage of the winter and actually work on this layout and start erecting more scenes. The next one's going to be very simple, and then there's going to be the roundhouse finally, and we're just going to move to where we have 6 or 7 scenes, or 5 or 6 scenes by the end of the winter. So that's all there is to this. You can find these structures at your local hobby shops, online retailers if you want them pre-built. The only really bad thing, I haven't taken them out of the box yet, but I can tell you from a reviewer perspective, is some parts, I don't know if they're meant to be free or if they broke off. I know at least one chimney is broken off in shipment. Easy glue job, but just something to be aware of. They come in their own boxes, so they're really, you know, well packaged, even if your hobby shop doesn't package them well. But Train World did package them well, very well, and they still had a couple parts break. Now I really like this one here because you can see the Uncle Sam. Stuff like that you see in rural towns around where I grew up and in Midwest America all the time. Not updated at all. So it's going to be really good to be able to have a timeless scene on my layout to handle anything from modern all the way back to the 50s and 60s when I do some of these reviews where I just run stuff, because I've got like the big blow turbine I like to run, you know, the other turbines and all the things from the early UP days. So with that said, just letting you know the plans of this. I don't know if I'm going to video it or not. That's why I'm doing this video, to just show you this is what's going to happen in the next week or two. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.
Many of the products you see in this video are available at trainworld.com. Since 1968, this family-owned business has been serving the needs of the modeling community with 2 New York brick-and-mortar store locations in Brooklyn and Long Island, plus their vast array of online items. Shop 24/7 at trainworld.com.